timeless story of the human struggle of good versus evil. Now, Carolyn has taken some poetic liberties in this myth. So, Carolyn.
Look over yonder. There on the promontory in Athens. There stands King Aegeus, king of all Athens, a fine, a great, a noble man. But some years ago, even nobility does not keep one safe from mistakes. And he made a great mistake. For the kingdom of Athens, there was another kingdom across the sea, and that was the kingdom of Minos. On the island of Crete, King Minos lived. And King Minos sent his son to Athens some years ago. And he was killed there. Killed there by a bull in a great contest. King Minos never forgave Athens for being the grounds of where his son died. And he loved his son so much. There was great grieving. And he challenged the noble there, the noble King Aegeus. And he said, I shall take revenge for Athens being the home of my son's death, being the grave where he must stay. I want each year you will submit to me and my kingdom 7 of your fairest virgins and 7 of your finest youths. And there they shall come to my kingdom. And there they shall be sacrificed to the Minotaur. Every year have your ships bear those maidens and those youths to me and to my Minotaur. There he speaks. Oh, son. Son, what have I done? Theseus, the finest youth of my kingdom. And there you go. I can see the sails of the ship now going beyond the horizon. Oh, son, son, the gods have willed that you will defeat the Minotaur. All the outrageous deaths of our youths and of our maidens, our virgins. You, my son, the gods have deemed that you will be victorious. Every year I have watched the black sails go across the horizon. The black sails that symbolize that our maidens and our youths will never return. They will be devoured. Limb by limb, they will be devoured by the Minotaur. Son, you have promised me. You will not return with black sails. You will lower those sails and you will mount white sails. Significance of your victory over the Minotaur. Yes, my son. But why did I have that dream yesterday? I saw the ship returning. I saw the white sails. But why, gods, why was there a black spot under the bow of the ship? And why did the black spot grow larger and larger? Gods, you will not forsake me. You will not forsake my son Theseus. Sail, Theseus, sail on. Theseus, I do so welcome you to Minos. The great labyrinth, my great home, which Theseus will be your grave. For I am the Minotaur. I've been created out of the mind of King Minos. King Minos, whose mind gave me the beast, the head of the bull, and the body of a man whose lust and longings belong to the bull. Yes, the maidens have come, one after another, year after another, and the youths have come, and they have played in my labyrinth, so to speak. They played for me. Yes, they screamed and cried. And the young virgins, oh, but I practiced my skill with them. Yes, I chose among them who should be the first and who should be the last. Oh, yes, and they ran and they screamed and they ran every which way in my labyrinth, for you cannot escape a labyrinth. I practiced my skills. Ah, the poor virgins. They whimpered and they cried and they sighed in their agony until my skill gave them the ecstasy they had never known and they would never know again. For after I deflower them, I devour them. And that too is a skill. That too I decide how I shall do it. And each time I play with new ideas, with my fantasy that is born out of lust, that's born out of a bull and a man. Oh, you men, you puny men. You play with your desires. Your desires cannot touch the ecstasy that I reach, and that I give, and that I can give, and that I have given. And for the men, for the youths, I shall leave your imagination for what I do with them. And I have great skill with them as well. Theseus, come. I bid you come. I bid you come to the labyrinth. I have heard cries of insanity as they ran from corner to corner, sure that they had found a way out, struggling to get out, only to find another wall and another opening. In the labyrinth, you are lost forever. You will never get out. That is my gift. That is my home. That is the labyrinth. I see a sail. It's coming closer. The black sail that brings the youths. But this time, it brings Theseus. Theseus, my father has killed so many of your brothers and sisters. I know the gods have destined you to destroy the Minotaur, to destroy the madness of my father. Theseus, what is it that the gods have given me, that I have known? I have known since I was a child that someone would come. How frightening the labyrinth was as I see it grew. I heard the screams of those youths and those virgins. We all heard them. It was like an earthquake on the ground. The stamping of the Minotaur. The ferocious madness, the cries. all. But the gods left something within me, fair Theseus. For you are the fairest. Somehow, I know that our souls are linked. I know that we will be one, and I have prepared. Look, when I was but a child, I found this beautiful box. It was washed up on the sea. It's so beautiful. And as I opened it, there was nothing in it but the little pebbles that I found, the little stones on the beach. I put them in the box. And they changed before my eyes. They became like jewels. But no one else could see them. I showed them to people, and they looked in the box, and there was nothing there, but I saw them. I know that I am to give these to you. Oh, the ship is docking now. There he comes. Oh my God. He is fairer than I had ever imagined. Hail! Hail! Theseus, I know your charge. I am Ariadne, the daughter of King Minos. Yes. I know you will return. And here, Theseus, look inside the box. What do you see? Yes! Seems only you and I can see them. Take this box. They are stones. The Minotaur cannot see them. No one can see them. You and I. Theseus, the labyrinth is so many twists and turns. It's as twisted and as turned as my father's mind. Take these with you. And as you go along, Theseus, drop the stones, and you will find your way out. And I know the gods have destined you. Farewell. I will be here. Our dear listeners, Theseus went in. Theseus lay, the Minotaur. How, he never spoke of. But he came out of the labyrinth, and the head of the Minotaur was under his arms, dripping with blood. The Minotaur is no longer the beast of the labyrinth. And Theseus and Ariadne joined souls and joined lives. And they sailed away. There was great feasting and happiness and joy on the ship. But dear listeners, we know that life brings both joy and sadness. And in this tale, the sadness came when Theseus, in his joy and in his happiness, failed to remember to lower the black sail and put up the white sail. And his father waited on the promontory. Each day, he waited for that white sail. And as he saw the black sail coming over the horizon, he looked at the great Mediterranean Sea, and he threw himself into the water, not bearing life, without his loving son, the fairest of all youths. And dear listener, that is how we have now the Aegean Sea in the Mediterranean. It's a name that lives on for the noble and fine king, King Aegeus of Athens.
How about raising a white sail for Carolyn? Thank you, Carolyn.
Sure.
Okay.